Good morning, ScrappyShak fans. I'm so excited that you're all here today. I have an exciting guest to bring on that I'm going to talk to you guys about. This is Melanie coming to you live from the beautiful North Georgia mountains. I'm live from ScrappyShak, and we're super, super excited for today. We don't have a lot of new products to show you, but we do have a few. And of course, Glitter Goblin is going to do her demo for you at the end of it. But we're going to do something a little bit different today because I'm super excited. So, several years ago, actually before I even opened up the brick and mortar, I had our very first August retreat. And at that August retreat, it was our first celebrity August retreat. You guys know all about our August retreats. We've had lots and lots of celebrities since then. But our very first one, we had Eileen Hull, which we've brought onto our lives before, and she watches us quite often as well. But we also had Libby Hickson. She was with Hero Arts at that time, and so she came and taught for us. And then also we had Alex Stapleton Smith from Hedgehog Hollow and Maker Forte. And as most of us know, as much as we love the Maker Forte inks, Maker Forte went out of business a couple of years ago. And my dear friend Alex, who just part of my heart. Alex is back, guys. She's back, and so we haven't seen her for a few years, and she hasn't been live. But if you follow Hedgehog Hollow at all, you may know that she's back, and I'm so excited to have her on our live this morning. So I'm going to bring her on, and there she is. Hey, Alex, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so excited to see you, and it's really exciting. Alex and I have been on the phone probably or texting probably 50 plus times a day for the last week. One, we're friends, and it's really nice to get back together with a good friend. But also, we have some really cool things planned for you all and some collaborations. So we're not streaming this on her YouTube and Facebook right now, but we're going to start doing that in the future, so that all of her friends can learn a little bit about ScrappyShak, and then all of you can learn a little bit about Hedgehog Hollow and Maker Forte, and however that's going to all work out in the future. But it's not all figured out yet, but I thought we would just we would just chat real quick with you guys about some things that are going on. So Alex, tell us what's going on in your world.
Okay, yeah. So I'm back, as you said, streaming videos. So we've been doing a series on products. So just really going through the foundations. Like yesterday, I did my most underrated product. What's your most underrated product, Melanie? What do you think's most underrated?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I think we were just talking about the other day about some products that we have that because we don't use them, because we don't show them a lot, people don't know about them. Do you remember some of those that we were talking about? It was just yesterday. And now that you put me on the spot, Alex, thank you very much. I can't think about it, but I was just saying, you know what one of them is actually something, a designer that we're going to be talking about this morning too. But Sizzix has the reveals paper, which is for those of, and so Alex, I know you've been out of the
Yeah, I have
industry
no
for a
idea
few
what that
years. So basically it's like the old coordinations paper where the core is a different color than the paper, and that comes out through Sizzix. And Stacy Park has actually been the designer on those. So I've been getting Alex up to speed on all the things that have gone on in the industry for the last few years. So I think the reveals paper is really underrated, and it's really fun and really cool, especially with embossing folders. And it comes with like a little sanding block, and it's really cool. And then Barbie just mentioned too that the foil pen is a very underrated product as well. That's a We Are Memory Makers product, and it's very underrated. We've shown it a couple of times, but it's really hard to show. I think it's really hard to show on the lives. And so I think those are the two.
The diamond box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Diamond Rocks by Diane Reevely is also pretty underrated. What about you? What have you been talking about?
So mine was reinkers because there's so much you can do with them. So I did a live yesterday all about, and I think we came up with like 10 different ways to use them. And like even pigment ink reinkers. Like, okay, so these are my terrible little things, but like we made this yesterday with the pigment ink reinkers.
Oh, wow.
We're playing with them like alcohol ink.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of do some fun techniques. If you don't have alcohol inks, you can play with reinkers and stuff. So that was mine. My pick was reinkers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. I'll tell you what, we don't really sell many reinkers. Even when we had the whole line of Maker Forte inks, and I want to talk to you about that comeback as well. But even when we had the whole line of Maker Forte inks, and I know a lot of our followers right now, especially Diane, but I know that a lot of our followers are like, bring back those inks. We had actually, and I don't have to be quiet about this anymore because Tim has decided to retire anyway. But we were actually, when 3 years ago, we were moving people away from the distress inks and moving them into Maker Forte. And we were telling everybody these are absolutely the best inks on the market. And we were devastated, of course, when it all went away. But talk to us a little bit. Are they going to make a comeback?
I think so. I think we'll have some tools make a comeback. We'll have some inks make a comeback, some stamps, some paper. I think a little bit of everything. But now it's just me on my own doing it here, doing it with you, Melanie.
Yeah.
And kind of we're going to do some kind of partnership together. So some of what we have will be ScrappyShak exclusives. So you won't be able to buy it at the retailers or even from me. You'll just be able to get it through Melanie. So yeah, I think there'll be some kind of a comeback.
Yeah, that's great.
Very, very soon.
So Alex mentioned a little bit that we are doing some partnerships. So we've got some ideas in the works. We don't have them all worked out yet, and we're definitely not ready to put all of that out there quite yet. But we have some partnerships, and I think you might see a little bit of comeback on those inks. So just get ready and be prepared, and know that Alex, Hedgehog Hollow, Maker Forte, wherever that wherever that lands, is going to be a very, very large part of ScrappyShak, and ScrappyShak's going to be a large part of them. So we're super excited. We've got some really fun collaborations going on. Alex sent me last night at like 10:30. She doesn't know I go to bed at like 10, but that's okay.
I'm a night owl.
Last night at like 10:30, she sent me a whole ton of sketches for some new products and some really fun things that we're going to be doing. So Alex, you are welcome to stay on with us this morning if you'd like. As we go through, we just have a couple of new products. Usually we have like 20. But I think that we just have a few today, and then watching our live demo that we're going to do. You're welcome to stay on with us.
Yeah,
and yeah, so jump in and text. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer. So I read it. It's gone now because I can't see them all right where I'm at. But I know Jennifer said that it's great to have you back. Jennifer Marshall is one of our family here, and she's around a lot. And so I know Diane's excited to have you back. Some of our folks probably don't know about you yet. And so we're going to get everybody learning a little bit about Hedgehog Hollow and Alex, who is my good friend. I have some fun pictures that I might put out there and show you later with Alex and them. And so, hey, Stacy, how are you? Teresa is on, and I'm not sure who else because they're going kind of fast for me today. But hello to everybody that is talking to us and that's here. And do we have any announcements?
Just a couple quick ones.
Okay.
We will not be having a live next week.
Right. So next Saturday, we all decided we're going to be out of town on Diane's birthday. So next Saturday is Diane's birthday. Alex, I know that you met Diane, but maybe remember, maybe don't. Diane is my bestie, and she's also a partner here in ScrappyShak. And she lives in Kentucky, and it is her birthday next Saturday. So she is coming down here, and we are going to the Scrapbook Expo in Atlanta together with a big group of our design team from here. We're all kind of going together. And Emma is taking the week off. And so poor Barbie, Glitter Goblin, is going to be here holding down the fort on her own with a couple of volunteers next Saturday. So we're not going to do a live next Saturday. But Kasia is going to be back, guys, for those of you who remember Kasia. So Kasia's going to come in and work with Barbie, and Kasia is it used to be our social media person. And so she probably will jump in and just do some lives throughout the day. So just keep an eye on your YouTube and your Facebook for that next week. But we're not going to be doing a new product showcase next week. And so, Jennifer says, I always watched Alex back in the day.
Yeah.
Lots of people always watched Alex. I told her when I first met her, I met her at a Creativation, I think 2021, I think it was 2021 or 2022. I met her at a Creativation, and I told her I could just sit and listen to you talk all day long. What was really cool when I met her, though, is the way she explained the ink formulation, and the kind of, she didn't, of course, give me her secret, which it's like the Bush's beans secret, right? She, of course, didn't give me the secret, but she told me kind of how they formulated it and how it's so different, and how her pad is so different than everybody else's. So we'll be talking more and more about that as time goes on, and I think you might see some of those make it a little bit of a comeback. So we'll see how that goes in the future. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to our new product showcase. By the way, the products we're going to be showing you today are going to be shipping out at the end of next week. So they're out, they're live, they're available to be sold, but there was a little delay in Sizzix's warehouse. Sizzix's, is that a right word? In Sizzix's warehouse, and so they have shipped to us, so we should be getting them midweek, and then we'll be shipping them out as soon as they get here. So here we go. All right, guys. So we have some interesting things come out. We have some Stacy Park, some of the new Stacy Park Sizzix come out. So this first one here is the it's a Stampin' Framelit. This is going to be very Christmas oriented. The next one is too, but it can be used for things other than Christmas because there's stars and circles and that kind of thing. There's also quite a few, if you guys can see those on I guess you can't really. There's quite a few sentiments as well. As you guys know, Sizzix has changed their packaging and they're going to environmentally friendly packaging. And so all their packaging now is in these nice cardboard packages here. This one has 25 stamps and a die. So this is the Stampin' Framelit. And then all of their products are coming out now in these little storage pouches. So since they don't have that plastic that we used to put everything in, everything's coming in these really nice storage pouches. So in this particular case, we have all of these stamps, which are stars and snowflakes and circles, little hanging things for the ornaments. And then there is the star die on this one. I don't see pricing on these. So my folks did not give me pricing, so we will get those. Oh, by the way, your code today is it DOT or DOTS? DOTS, DOTS 20, and that will give you 20% off everything in the new product showcase today and tomorrow only. So 20% off everything in the new product showcase today and tomorrow.
To answer the question, that set is $26.99.
$26.99, and then you get your 20% off with DOTS 20. All right, so the next one is also Christmas themed. We've got this Christmas wreath. This one is a layered stencil, so it's 4 layered stencils in here, and this one hasn't even been opened yet, but I will open it for you and show you the stencils. Okay, there we go. And again, comes in this really nice storage pouch here.
And this one's really cool because it's got all kinds of sentiments in the stencil as well.
Okay, so sentiments inside the stencil. You can't really see them from their pictures here. I wish they would do a little better job with their new packaging on what's in there, but there are some. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season Greetings, Wishing You Joy. It looks like Blessed Tidings, Winter Wishes, fa la 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 la. So we've got the 4 layered stencils, and of course for your Sizzix Studio or your stencil and stamp tool. And hey, Alex, I'm not sure if you know about that yet. That's a new product that came out.
Yeah, I saw. Is it Lisa Horton has one with the 4 pegs on it? I saw that one for stencil.
Lisa Horton, what? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Lisa Horton had one on her videos with 4 pegs in it. Where
Oh,
you
okay.
put stencils on. I saw that one.
So just so you're aware, the stamp and stencil tool is the same thing as the Sizzix Studio. It's just different packaging and different color, but it's the exact same product. The Sizzix Studio is like kind of a gray and more of an along the line of an artist kind of a product, where the stamp and stencil tool is like a that greenish, aqua greenish color that Sizzix used to use. The cool thing, though, is that they're both exactly the same product. And what the Sizzix Studio is meant to do is it actually has an accessory that you can use. This is the green one. It's very loved. You can tell, very loved and very used. The Sizzix Studio, but it also fits into this one because it's the same product, has an accessory called a hinge adapter that you can put in here that actually will lift up what you're doing here so that you can stamp and stencil inside a journal. It looks like this. And then it brings up the level for you right in here so that you can stamp or stencil in a journal. So just giving you a little bit of education there.
Thanks.
And so you'll notice that, of course, these stencils have the little dots there to use with your stamp and stencil tool. And what is the price on the stencil set? $17.99 for the 4-piece layered stencil set.
I think that one's really cool. But sometimes if you can just mask them off and use whatever ones you want.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
So I think it's fun new technique by using the mask.
Yeah.
So you don't get to see that a whole lot.
That's true. So Alex, you do masking, right? You've done some things with masking as well, haven't you?
I do. I love that.
So maybe what we can do is bring you onto a live in the next couple of weeks, and you can do our demo and show a little bit about how masking works. Would you be willing to do that for us?
I'd love to.
Awesome. Yay. All right. So this next product, let me tell you, everybody here is rolling their eyes right now at me. But this next one that I'm going to show you, I was so excited about. And I was so excited about it because when I first started crafting, the only real like embossing or die cutting tool that I knew about was the Cuttlebug. How many of you guys remember the old Cuttlebugs? Well, with the old Cuttlebugs, they had an embossing folder called Swiss Dots. And I don't know if you guys remember Swiss Dots, but it was one of my very, very favorites. I used it for backgrounds for everything. So when I saw this new Stacy Park one come out, it reminded me of Swiss Dots. And so everybody was kind of like wrinkling up their nose and going, that one's okay. And I'm like, no, guys, this one's great. I didn't know how great this one actually is. So this background is like that old Swiss Dots that was in the old Cuttlebug. Let me know in the chat if you guys know what I'm talking about, or if I'm the only crazy one.
No, I remember.
You do?
I do.
I loved that. I used that on so many cards. It was like my go-to embossing folder. So this one, though, is so cool. And this is the one that Glitter Goblin is going to do the demo on today, because you guys aren't going to believe it. This one is, it's an A6 embossing folder, but it has a matching stencil. And the cool thing about the matching stencil, and she'll show you, the cool thing is, you know how if you use an embossing folder that is textured like this one is, look, it's like the old Swiss Dots. I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm silly. So what's really cool is once you emboss it, you can take ink, right? And you can rub your ink over, and then the dots get inked. But when you do that, invariably, some of the underneath gets inked as well. Well, Goblin is going to show you how this stencil fits perfectly, like almost clicks in on those dots when you go to stencil it after you've used your embossing folder, and that it won't get ink underneath at all. She's going to show that to you in a little while, but I love this one. This one's my favorite. I would get it now because I'm so excited about it that it's going to sell like crazy. So how much is this one? $18.99, and it's the embossing folder and the matching stencil, and it's so cool, and I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm excited?
New code DOT.
It's dots 20, right? Dots 20. All right. So a couple more things here. This is also Stacy Park. So for those of you who got into the diffusing tool, so this is a new tool as well, Alex, that Sizzix came out from Stacy Park. earlier this year, I think this came out. So the starter kit is the one with the rectangle. And so basically what this does is it allows you to diffuse a section of your embossed background. And it's actually really cool. When we first saw it, we were like, maybe, but then we got it and we started using it. It's really fun. So it comes with the rectangle one in the starter kit. The starter kit's $32.99. But then you can also get a circle, an oval, a diamond, which we're out of stock of right now, but more's coming this week. And then the new one that just came out for the holiday season is the star. So this one allows you to do that star diffusion on this one. So can you tell me how much this is? This one's only $14.99, but remember you need to have the starter pack first. So $32.99. Is the starter pack in the new product showcase? But we'll put it in there. So if you don't have the starter pack at $32.99, we'll put that in the new product showcase as well. And then I'm really excited about the star. I think we can do some really cool things with this star around the holidays. So this
Melanie, you want to say that you remember the Cuttlebug and you keep everything? I have when Tim released those diffusers.
Oh, I remember those. I had those too.
And the date 2014. I've had them 10 years and I've never used them. They're still in the packet.
Yeah, so those are different though. So I had those as well, and we sold them here in the store actually for a little while. This one's different though. This one's a diffusing system. And so it's not just the individual little diffused pieces that you put on. This is actually a whole system that you run through your die cutting machine. I'll open it and just show it to you real quick. Just so you can see it. See that this is also well loved, but this is actually an entire system. So you can decide kind of where you want to put the piece, the individual piece. This one, of course, is the rectangle, but you can decide where you put it, and it clicks into place for each section that you want to put it in. And it's a whole system that you run through. So it's different. And it actually lines up really nice. And if you want to run it through more than one time, it's perfectly lined up where, you know, with the other one, you're with the diffusing pieces, they're a little bit different, but this is going to give you the exact pressure that you need. And we really like the system. But we did have those diffuser ones too. And I used them, I think, once, but they were fiddly to me because you had to
that's why they're still sitting in the bucket here.
Right. And so this one's not quite as fiddly. So that one's a little bit better. Okay. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the ScrappyShak subscription box. So I know we've been doing this for about a year now, a little bit more than a year. And we do have several of former months available for you to buy individually. But the ScrappyShak subscription box is typically, I don't know, we do lots of different things, right? So in the box, every month is going to be a little bit different. We always do at least 4 projects, and we always have lots and lots of inspiration projects in addition. So in addition to getting the products and all the pieces you need to create all of the projects that we've created, we also give you a QR code that will take you to a step-by-step guide on how to put them all together. And Diane with Crafting with Fury always does a video, a walkthrough video on how to do all those projects as well. So if you are a subscribing member, or if you'd like to join the subscription, it's $24.95. I always get confused between this and the Better Press Society, so we're going to find out. I think it's $24.95, $24 or $26.95. If you are a committed member, if you just want to buy them individually, if we do have leftovers, they are $32.95. And so I'm just going to open this up, and this is how it's going to come to you, just like this. If we mail it to you, of course, your shipping label goes right here, and there might be some Alex-inspired things in these in the future. So when you open it up, here's your QR code that takes you directly to the step-by-step guide. We also are, right now, we are emailing you out the link to the YouTube videos, but we're going to be creating a members-only section on the website so that you can just go there and get your instructions and your videos and whatever else you want if you are a member. So you're going to open it up, and of course we have ScrappyShak Purple.
Yes, and we are, if you're local, they're $26.95 if you come pick it up in store. If you add shipping, we have a flat rate that includes shipping at $32.95.
Okay, so $26.95 if you're picking up in store and you're local, $32.95 if we're shipping it to you. If you are part of the membership, if you are not, then they are $32.95 plus shipping if you buy them individually. So this is, I think, the most. This is the June 2025. We called this one "Squeeze the Day." And so each one has some kind of a theme to them. This QR code will take you to the project photos and instructions, also gives you coupons. And then when you open it up in this particular one, all of the products that are created. So in this one, we had, look at all these fun things we had. We had this great stamp from AAL and Create. We had this lemon vine cutting die. All this, guys, for $26.95, right? We had the stamp and die set called Live Your Zest Life. We also had this lemon stencil here. And then we gave everybody a little bottle of stickles. And then these are all of the card kits that you need to actually create the projects. Now, if you don't like our projects, that's fine. You don't have to create them. You can use whatever you want. But we have 4 projects that we give you step-by-step instructions on every single month, as well as the video. And then we give you lots of inspiration photos. Some months we have mixed media projects in here as well. So just, you never know what you're going to get. It's lots and lots of fun. And we would love to have you sign up for that subscription box. But if you're just interested in getting one of the months or 2 of the months or something like that, you can actually go on the website as well and buy them individually. So I wanted to share that with you today. And I think that's it. So I think we're going to bring Glitter Goblin back out. As a matter of fact, Alex, if you want, we'll send you one of these too in your little care package that's going out on Monday. And first embossing folder I ever used as an inaugural member. You can't go wrong with the ScrappyShak subscription box. That's so true. And on Thursdays, guys, remember, if you're local, on Thursdays we have it's free. It's kind of a free crop day. We call it Pop and Craft, and our whole design team is usually here. So if you have your subscription box and you want some help with it, you can always come in here, and our design team is all here to help you do that. So I'm going to turn this over to the Glitter Goblin, and I'm going to let her go through her little demo for you today so you can see that Swiss. It's not Swiss Dots. What's it called? It's not called Swiss Dots. It has a different name. Is it just called
Rock the Dots?
Rock the Dots. All right. So I'm going to put this out here, and I'm going to turn this over to Glitter Goblin.
Okay, folks. This, like I said in my notes a minute ago, this is for the perfectionists among you. You're going to love this. So the first thing I want to demonstrate is a contrast. I have already just grabbed these tags and embossed them because you guys all know the embossing process. And what I'm going to show you real quickly, where did she just put those products? Okay, here we go. Is again that difference between emboss or inking with and without the stencil. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab, I don't even have ink with me, y'all. I'm just grabbing these. They all have ink on them. I'm gonna make a rainbow real quick. I'm just going real lightly, no stencil. Just giving it a quick once over. I don't know if you're like me, all of your brushes have so much ink on, you could probably do the same thing and just go make a whole project without even opening your ink pads. Woohoo! So, all right, this is great. It's cute. But there are people who call me and who ask me when they're at the store, they're like, how do you keep from getting the ink down on the paper? And the answer is you don't. Because it's going to go down there. You're using a brush. It's imperfect.
Unless you go in and color each individual thing.
Okay, that way lies madness. Little Shakespeare for your morning. Okay, so, you know, there's a little bit of purple under the purple, a little green under the green, the yellow, you know, all of that. But it's lighter, and so we accept it. And we're like, oh yeah, it's cute. Look at the ink on the dots. And we pretend that there's no ink underneath. All right. Now, but this bothers some of you, you perfectionists, you silly, silly perfectionists.
You're saying you perfectionists. You're one of them.
I am not. I'm the toughest. I don't have that problem. I have lots of problems, but that's not one of my problems. Okay, so first of all, first thing I want to tell you about the stencil is when you line it up with the dots and the dots come popping through, it's just so satisfying. It doesn't make a click. You have to make your own click. Okay, so it just is so satisfying. And all that's happening right now is these dots are popping up. All right, we're going to use the same brushes, no extra ink or anything. And I'm just scrubbing this color on now because I can. I can. All right, so just scrubbity scrub scrub. Just putting that color on there as dark as I like. Getting some of this ink off this brush. It's ridiculous. All right, and cleaning things up here. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. All right, so look at it.
Wow.
Look at that.
Zero ink underneath. Okay. So I'm thinking of my perfectionist friends. Look, I'm just going to put the two purple corners together. Look at the difference there between the stencil with zero ink whatsoever underneath and the other. Now, you know, it depends on the look you like. Me, the smeary stuff doesn't bother me in some cases, but boy, I can actually see, you know, why you would want that. All right. And then just as a quick reminder on a scrap piece of paper, don't forget, friends. Oh, and look at that. We're keeping that later on. Don't forget, friends.
You know Goblin's going to keep the negative of everything. You know that's going to happen.
I like it.
We should add negative to her big long title.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
People will take that the wrong way, though.
You're right.
Especially the ones who know me and they're like, oh yeah, that tracks. So you can, oh, not very much though. I don't have very much ink on this really, but you can actually take your baby wipe and as you're cleaning your stencil, you can smear that ink back into those holes. So you have a nice little dotty paper background. You know, again, this is just for the junk journalists amongst you. That one's not for perfectionists. All right.
Bits. It looks like.
Oh yeah, and it'll look different when it dries, but there's a little bit of color there. All right, and then just as a reminder, friends, do a paper towel so I can dry that stencil. Oh God, the door.
Go back to the live. I'll get your paper now.
All right, go. So the all of these things can be done on black as well. Friends. If you have your Lisa Horton inks. Thank you.
Oh, Alex, I was telling you about these Lisa Horton inks, so pay attention.
I'm watching.
All right.
So Goblin, Alex has been out of the industry for several years, and she doesn't know about the Lisa Horton inks.
Oh, Lisa. Alex, these are, and this is a very important word for you to learn if you're going to be in my life. These are shiny. Okay? They are shiny. All right, so this one is called Cherry Bomb. And for those of you who are just visiting for the first time or haven't heard me talk about these before, here's the deal. What's the color that you see over on the left side is the color it appears on white paper. And the color you see here on the right side is how it appears on dark paper. So here it's two different shades of sort of a pinky red. But some of them are more extreme. Like this one is literally brown on white paper and kind of a rosy colored on the black. So I will show you. We've got white right here. So here's yes, there are. So this is our Cherry Bomb on white, and I'll show you on black when I lift this off in just a minute. So here's our Cherry Bomb on the, and this one is called Summer Garden. So it is green when you put it down on white paper, but it is much more blue when you put it down on the black paper. And again, you'll see when I lift this off in a minute. And then oh, this is the chocolate roses. So it's kind of a brownie gold on the white. And more of a pink, rosy pink when you put it on the black. Okay. So just don't forget that you can use different kinds of inks and things as well. So here you go. It's that, yeah, that purpley color there at the top. Hey, Emma, we might need your flashlight trick.
Yes.
And then that blue in the middle. And you can see that is a distinct blue there in the middle, as opposed to the green that it is over here on the white paper. And then on the black at the very bottom, you sort of have this pinky rosy color, whereas on the white paper, it's a golden brown. And it's very shimmery, so it's lots of fun too. And one of the things that I like about the Lisa Horton ink is that it's really great for the same trick that I just showed you. It makes fantastic little junky journal when you smear that off in between, because it just dries a little bit shimmery. And remind me, guys, to show them again at the end of the live what these are looking like. And these won't be great. This works a lot better if you use the stencil 4 or 5 times and you've got lots of ink on it, and then you do this trick and it transfers over. But I'm not sure we're going to get much there at all. Anyway, just a reminder that exists. Okay. So
and you know what else exists, Goblin?
What?
Look,
I know.
you know she's gonna cut that up.
Jennifer Marshall and I are going to fight over that. Okay. So come on, Jennifer, come on down. I got stuff in the back for you anyways. All right, let's see. Oh, and that one's shiny. Okay. So
She only says the Goblin shiny one time a day because otherwise she gets a sore throat.
does. I used to leave here with a sore throat every day, and I was trying to figure out why. And it finally occurred to me that I was just literally ruining my voice. Good times, good times. All right, so for diffuser, I've got Big Shot and I've got my 2 cutting pads. Okay, I'm taking the other plates away.
Oh, Alex, you're gonna get to see how the diffuser works.
Yes, this is for you, Alex. So here we go. I am. All right, so the regular diffuser comes with a plain plate and this white plastic, and you've got to have those for starters. All right. It also comes with the rectangular cut. Okay, so I'm going to take the rectangular cut and the rectangle itself and put it aside, and I am going to grab the new star diffuser,
I would have left it out if I would have known you were gonna do it.
which has so much freaking packaging. Get that out of there for me. Hold on.
I can get it out.
So yes, you can. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we're going to start with a white piece of paper and our embossing folder. All right, now what Stacy Park would tell you is that your Sizzix folders all have a place at the front where it actually says Sizzix. Sometimes it has a designer name and things. You're going to take that and put it.
That's how I had to get it open. Look,
Okay. So
what's happening?
yeah, Sizzix went a little crazy with the tightness of their packaging this time.
So there you go.
I don't keep mine. I have my diffusers. I just have a plastic bucket that has my original piece and all of my other additions.
Packaging, we can do something with this.
Well, yeah, this is
that.
this is what I was telling Kevin Hill that one day. If you're trying to do an oversized piece,
Oh, yeah.
you can use that to hold it in place.
This piece away, okay?
I haven't experimented with it yet. Get back to you on that. All right, so step 1. You got your piece of paper in there. I know, we're breaking step 1 here. We are taking the word Sizzix, we're putting it face down. All right, we're going to take our star diffuser. Now, the platform, the solid platform, it's got some raised dots. Remember, the raised dots have to be on the outside. All right, star platform also has raised dots. Those have to be on the outside. So once you get the whole thing popped together, you should be able to feel the dots on the top and the bottom. If you can't feel them, you have them in there wrong. Honestly, though, probably you can't even get it in there incorrectly. It does not tend to want to slide very well. Now, folks, here's where everybody goes wrong. You cannot put this in and the embossing folder in at the same time. Nobody who's done it has ever been able to get it through the machine. People scream my name from across the store. What are we doing wrong? It won't go through the machine. It's very dramatic. You can't do them both at the same time. All right.
You're doing it wrong.
It's too much, okay? And you've only got so much space in your big shot. You can't fit them both. So you get this, you put it together, and remember, you can slide that star so it's higher up on your page. There's 3 notches. You can go at the top, the middle, the bottom. I'm just going to go with the middle right now. You've got 1 cutting pad underneath, 1 cutting pad on top.
No platform.
No platform, no extra little piece, no nada. Roll it through. I usually roll it back to me just because I have short arms and it's usually to get it. It's easier to get for if it's closer to me. So there we go. That's right. All right. So we're all short on something. Let's see. We'll discuss your shortcomings later. I'm kidding. So I am not short on sarcasm. All right. So listen, the first run just barely diffuses it. You can see this little circle. It's not even a star. You can see this little circle area right there where there are no dots. All right, but we're going to fix that. We're going to put it back in. I'm going to put all this back together. Now, listen, people get really upset because you start putting this in and look, the paper has slid all the way up to the top. It's not lined up anymore. Don't get upset. Just reach through the hole with your finger and pull it back to where it needs to be. All right, but you also need to consider left and right. You know, right now the paper's kind of crooked, so it's not going to be straight if I run it through. All right, so use your finger, adjust it the way you want. I know perfectionist friend Carolyn was having an absolute fit about it. So the solution I came up with for her is you can take your plate face down, put your paper on it face down, kind of line it up like this, and you could put some washi tape on the back and secure it.
Like oyster of it. I had a 6 of it.
Okay. Anyway, you can do that. For those of you who have to have it just right and just lined up just so, I'm not going to take the time right now. I've got it pretty vaguely.
Perfection is the enemy of creativity. That's what I say.
All right. So
Jennifer says that she'll be here this afternoon to fight you for those scraps. So choose your weapon.
Ooh. There's fire.
Okay. Gonna have a duel at the Scrappy Shack this afternoon. All right, so look, this time I've got my plastic piece in. Okay, but I do not have the embossing folder in. Again, they will not both go at the same time. Now, if you get your plastic piece in there and you realize, oh gosh, now my paper's not lined up, I need to redo it, you really can't pick it back up. There's nothing to, and it's tightly fitting in there. So you just have to flip it back out into your hand. Okay, then you can make any adjustments. But you sit there all day with your fingernails and try to pick that up. It ain't going to work. That was for you too, Jennifer. I'm pretty sure that was Southron. All right, so I'm going to roll this through a couple times because I want mine to be really, really flattened. And like I said, I'm not a perfectionist, but good Lord, the point of this is to flatten it, right? So I want it really, really flat. So that's just how I do it. It's probably not how other people do it. I don't care. I don't care. That is correct. And other people are allowed to be wrong. All right, so just kidding. So there it is. I mean, that star is just as absolutely flat as it can be. And to demonstrate how flat that star is, I shall stamp on it. Oh, so, grab one of the stamps real quick. Pick a star stamp, boss.
Yes, ma'am.
And Diane, because it's your birthday next week, I got salvage patina for our color today. I know that is your favorite.
Yes.
I have pieces of things everywhere. All right, so we've got the different star stamps. I am going to place it on my paper where I want it. Let the Misty pick it up. Dun 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 dun.
Salvage patina just for red.
Just for Diane. Plus this pretty, pretty light blue is going to look so nice and snowy on my little dot thing. I'm going to do it one more time. All right. And it is nice and flat, and it took that stamp. And I am not the kind of person who likes a lot of white on my paper. So I'm going to go back and grab the YouTube stencil. Oh, there we go. Yep.
This stamp set also includes a die that matches that star. So you could use that die as a little mask to.
Yes. Yes. So you can take the die, cut out a mask, do all your stenciling around it so you don't get any of that. You can also, okay, so on the circular one, I took some of that All in Create washi tape that, you know, you put the 4 strips together and it makes a picture, and I wrapped it around the circle and put most of the picture right there on the top. And so I did that, and then I put it on where my diffused area was, and it still kind of dipped and was kind of, you know, kind of flat.
The other thing you can do is you can just cut out a star out of a different color of cardstock, and you can foam dot it right there on your diffused areas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to go around the edges a little bit, little bit at the top and bottom and sides, maybe just a dot or two, then a little extra in the corner. La di da di da 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 da. Didn't get anywhere near. I know. Don't you love my sound effects? And now you've got this cute snowflakey card.
And that was so easy.
Oh yeah.
Quick and easy. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't take us very long at all. We've done a dozen things here. So, and you've got in this package, you've got a couple of different snowflakes that you could choose from for right here. So that's fun. And now I know. Here's one that I did earlier in the week with navy blue paper and shiny gold ink. I'm not doing the special shiny for you again. I'm preserving my vocal cords. All right. And then here's, I think maybe the first one I tried. So if you use a dark color paper and your white ink, you get that little snow effect. Ooh, and what I wanted to do, but we're out of time and I've totally forgot about it and didn't bring the paper or anything with me. I think if you cut out a Christmas tree shape on a dark green paper and did the dots in white, it would look like snow on your tree. Or you actually, if you were using oxide, you could do the colors and it would look like the lights on your tree. So that would be fun. And then here was silver shiny because, you know, when I got out my gold shiny, my silver shiny was right next to it. So I had to try it. All right. So that's it for me. I made a big enough mess. I'm all done. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Goblin. All right. Hang on. Let me get my wall back together over here. Okay. All right. Okay. So pop Alex back on for us. So Alex, we actually did more demos, and especially for you on some of those today. So what did you think of some of the products that we've had?
I love it. That diffuser is so cool because, like I said, I have the old ones. They're 10 years old, and I never use them because it was such a pain. So yeah, that's really cool. And at least the Horton inks look fun too. So.
Yeah, they're really fun. That interference ink. So, yeah. So I'm excited. So we're gonna send you a care package. I've already got it started, and we're gonna add a couple of those Lisa Horton inks in there for you as well. The Better Press machine, and so you can play with that a little bit and some other great ideas, and then that'll get your creative juices flowing, and maybe we can come up with some collaborations around some of that stuff too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I got a few ideas from things I was watching this morning.
Excellent.
So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you'll all be seeing much more of Alex, and hopefully we'll be able to get her on some more of our lives and stream out to her channels as well, so that her people can find out a little bit about us, and that our folks can find out a little bit more about her. Follow her on, is it Hedgehog Hollow?
On YouTube, it's Hedgehog Hollow. Yep.
Yep. So follow her on YouTube on Hedgehog Hollow. And then we're going to start getting her followers to be following us as well. And we've got lots and lots of fun stuff coming up for you guys. We're super excited about it and we can't wait. Diane, I cannot wait to see you. How many more sleeps do we have? 6. I think 6 more sleeps before I see my bestie. And I don't know how many sleeps before I see Alex. We're trying to get her here for actually just come in and peek in on our August retreat, but I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. So we're working on trying to get her here. Maybe we'll get her here for one of our mini retreats this year, September or November. You never know. It could happen. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you all, as always, for joining us on our channel. And if you're not watching us live and you're watching us later, thank you for that as well. But join us live because that's always more fun. And remember, DOTS20 is your new product showcase code for today and tomorrow only. And we'll see you guys not next week, remember, but the week after. Bye.